I don't know about you. I'd love to be a robot.
Be interesting.
I mean, I wouldn't. I don't think we'd be necessarily robots. We'd be kind of like cyborgs. You know, get like cybernetic enhancements, like I don't know, like a proton cannon and jetpacks, all that cool stuff.
I'm gonna land so many hooks. Okay. Thresh from that game is noting that a lot of positioning issues happened from Lucian. Made it very easy to kind of just land hook, because if you're playing as a Thresh, look for like. Oh, he was always low. Sorry, for some reason I thought that he was against them. Yeah, Lucian might have been getting caught out a little bit too much by Sona Qs, by. I mean, like if you just take a bunch of auto attack harass, you're gonna be low all the time, anyways. Is that a Yeti? What? All right, making the second game, guys. Are you going to be sticking with us for this one, Wally? Are you?
Yeah, I cleared out some of the prior stuff that I had, so I can keep spectating with us and playing around.
All right, setting up the next game, guys. Changing it a little bit for you.
What's the password this time?
Cereal, but S-E-R-I-A-L. My mic, lol? What about my mic?
I don't hear anything wrong with your mic.
I hope not. Like it's just probably because it's very, very large in my screen. It's
oh, yeah. I didn't even realize you had your cam up there.
Yeah.
See, I need to get a stand-up. That's nice.
How can I listen to what you were commenting criticisms on for the game? Well, Dark Ninku, we will be posting these on to YouTube. I don't do it, but they will be posted on YouTube. So if you follow T-Force Podcast Twitter, or just follow them on oh my gosh, how do I do things on YouTube? You can do it that way. They should post when they go live, and also you can just watch past broadcasts. You can actually just go into Twitch, find the past broadcasts, and this will be the most recent one, so you can just watch it from there if you want. Yeah.
He was the Zinzao. Did you have anything to say? Maybe
we had some stuff at the end. I mean, I don't want to go.
Yeah,
I don't want to go over everything right now again.
Yeah, I dig it. Yeah, definitely. If you're looking up for some pointers on yours at the very end.
Oh, okay. No, this is not a Yeti mic. Sorry, I have no idea what you're what you're asking. No, this is a Samsung CO1U. It's what pretty much everyone on the podcast, like on the T-Force proper, on the LCS rundown, used for their mics. So it's pretty awesome. All good. Dark Ninku, I will. No, we're good. T-Force. That should give you the link. All right, so we need.
And you said they uploaded it on YouTube too, as well.
Yeah. Everything gets uploaded. Every podcast, every battle arena for both. Like we have 3 battle arenas now. We have EU West, we have North America, and Oceanic. I actually got to do the EU West one time. Tell the guys in the game to let different people join for game 2. Yes, we have actually only like okay. There's 4 people. There's 4 people from last game. If we don't have, yeah, if we don't have the same people, it'll be. We can do it. Sorry. Okay, I've done better at Thresh. I know my position was awful, but I feel like if I moved it all to get a CS, I'd eat it. Kentia, you were the Lucian, weren't you? No. Yeah. You were. I mean, if more people want in. Yeah. If we have more people who are trying to get in, then we will allow them to. Well, we might kick some people. I don't want to say that, but
But right now we still have 3 open spots for anyone new that is trying to join in. So there's no pressure.
I'm gonna grab another beer real quick because apparently I need to have options in case people die to white.
Oh man, yeah, forgot all about that. We don't like to talk about that.
All right, be back in a second. Feel free to keep talking. I'll be listening. I just my mic stays here though.
Yeah, go for it. But oftentimes there's not enough new people to require no repeats. Yeah, I don't know. This is my first time doing the Battle Arena as well, so definitely try to get some new people in here, but either way it's happening. How many games are we doing tonight? I think we're doing like 2 or 3, so maybe one more game after this. We'll see how this one goes. I don't know if this ends up being like a 3-hour game, which I've never sat through at all, but hey, it could still happen. Then, might have to call it after that, but I don't know if we have any additional planning after programs after this or anything like that. I thought isolation Q was enough. Oh, yeah, not when you are not maxing your Q. The W heal could have saved you potentially, but you had used that already. Obviously, you probably would have done that before, but it used to be so big. Oh, then you need to get back in on this then. Rumble Pit. See, right now I feel like I'm just spectating and watching a conversation on Twitch chat right now. I'm just sitting there on the outside. Oh, our summoner school. That is my jam right there. I got a lot of people, met a lot of people in League through summoner school and coaching. I didn't even realize you guys were active on there. You know you're not good enough, dude. If you're in your promos for silver, you're 1-1, then you deserve to be there. Like, I hate it when people try to say that, oh, I don't deserve to be in this division, I don't deserve this or that. I mean, if you're in the spot that you're in and you played legit, then you deserve to be there. Like, don't anyone tell you otherwise.
Alright, so we need, what, 2 more?
Yeah, 2 more.
I gotta read chat. I don't know if there's anything else I...
Oh, they were having a long conversation, Spork and Zakina.
Zakina Box?
Yep. They were...
Oh, that's Zach B.
Okay.
Wait, he's a mod on here, too? Mods. Yeah, I'm a mod. Actually, everyone on the podcast, on either podcast, are mods.
But yeah, Spork, the thing with Summoner School is, yeah, it's designed a lot for people that are in, like, bronze and silver to, you know, improve on it. They're, like, once you hit gold and platinum, you start to have a better understanding, and the advice that you need is not so generic that you would expect from, like, bronze and silver. You need more specific tutored like advice that is catered to you. You know, you're either being too aggressive, you're doing this or that, and it's not something that you could just really cover in a like in a generic post by someone. You need like actual VODs to like see and critique someone on that play at that level. Because up until then, you can just kind of just be like, yeah, you know, CS better, practice last hitting, ward more. Like, it's like, you don't need that after a certain level.
Wait. Okay, so Spork's actually gonna do this. This will be fun. Definitely no jungling in this game. All right, so are we ready?
I am. I'm ready to go.
I I am. Go for it. Who's in charge? Kentia. Okay, Kentia is. If he doesn't recognize that, tell you have start power. Because it just goes to random after that. So. God, I really wish I'd gotten the layouts. Like, I'd asked for layouts before this, because this looks so bad. But, whatever. Let's see, we're doing NESL Champion Select, because... Oh, Summoners, there we go.
How many things you got ready to go just on...
On scenes?
Off top, yeah.
On scenes, I have... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I have 17 scenes.
That you can just pull out of your ass right now.
I mean, yeah, I could just go to a bunch of different ones. I could go to the T-Force podcast one from when I had to host the podcast, which I just did for fun. Now, no, not VG Champ Select. What am I doing? NESL Champ Select. Because I did another tournament too that I had 3 other overlays for as well. And then just random ones. Just a small overlay from game. Okay. I mean, I was looking at one of the past things. I was like, oh, they had little overlays. That'd be helpful. But it doesn't really matter. It's not like we're going for advertisements or anything here. It's just for you guys.
Just for y'all. Oh, we got Rise Zed and Morgana banned once again. I guess the Zed was scary enough where you just have to take him out. I didn't think he was like the biggest impactor last game, but
got ahead early. But
yeah, he had the lead on Akali. Again, I think that matchup could have gone either way though. Just Akali just was too greedy in that sense.
But then it was the beginning of the game snowballed, unfortunately, because she lost her flash and then lost exhaust and then got killed. Like there was it was a very visible snowball that you could tell pretty easily. Does it still have me as? Wait, it didn't change that? Dang it. Yeah, you did great. You did great.
Thanks, he says. Like, yeah, I'm the best. Oh, whoa, did you just unmod him or something?
Wait, what?
Off top?
What?
Like, he had the mod tag and now it's just disappeared.
What? No one would have done that.
I don't know, just a little surprise. Yasuo and then Fiora bans. Again,
oh god, the stompers. Fiora can stomp at lower elos.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't see her too often in general, but hey, I mean, maybe there's like a select player on blue team that is just a Fiora main. Maybe someone gets too traumatized from seeing Fioras being played too frequently. I don't know. But I can say that if you do get a fed Fiora on your team, then you're pretty set. Split push and team fight, just too much. Too much.
Yeah. I don't know what Doug's talking about in Skype chat right now.
Wow. Oh god. I wish Doug would tune in here.
I know, right? He'd
Maybe if we
probably
say
love
his name 3 times, he'll show up.
it. Yang Zui, Yang Zui, Yang Zui.
Big smalls, big smalls, big smalls.
All right. Ooh, a Sejuani pick would be fun. Like, see, it's difficult to like analyze team comps when this is essentially like solo queue. Like, I know we've done it for tournaments. You can analyze comps, but like, I feel like it's going to be comfort picks and people wanting to learn stuff on there, whoever they're picking up here.
Yeah, and I also think it contends the level of play too for how much they focus on putting in on the composition, which in like silver play doesn't happen too frequently. It's just, you're right, it's all champions that they have played before or want to improve at or and whatnot. When you get up to the higher levels, diamond and even to an extent like high plat, you can see people tailoring picks towards one thing or another. But like right now, it's just like said, it's Lucian strong, Braum's cool, which is Lucian Braum bot lane is actually a very devastating lane. And then Jace is a popular pick, so why not? Let's get him too. Well, Sion rework, he's cool. Evelyn's stealth, yeah, let's go with that.
Sorry, I'm taking care of a few things.
No, you're cool. Yeah, it's just, really, I kind of, just off the top, I like the Sejuani I have not seen played too often. She had a little bit of a spurt where, she got popular on, like, Reddit, and, like, AP Sejuani montages were coming out left and right, just the burst damage that was dealt from that. I don't know if that's what we'd be seeing from Sedge, but, like, that was actually a really interesting way to play this game. Kind of a fresh take is just AP Sejuani burst damage, just off the charts. Shen picked up top, Evelyn in the jungle.
Yeah, sorry for the audio issues for a sec, guys. Loading up Twitch while also streaming is not exactly the best thing. Now it should be back to normal. You sound like a robot. All right, here's something I don't know. In Twitch chat or Wally, you might be able to tell me. Will Braum ult block a crescendo?
Well, Braum's ult... Oh, you're talking about the shield wall?
Yeah. So, what am I talking about? Unbreakable. Unbreakable and ult are totally the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, Braum's, what will happen is he will absorb the shield, but he will be the only one that's stunned. And that's
what I thought would happen.
For. Right. Anything that is a projectile like that, he will absorb. So, like, for example, if it was, like, maybe a Braum versus a Braum drops his, drops the ultimate, pulls up the other Braum has the unbreakable, the ultimate will still travel across Braum, because that is an AoE ability underneath. That's not a projectile in that sense. It acts kind of like a projectile, but it really is an AoE ability.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Sona's would get blocked.
Braum, Sona ult. I'm just checking this real quick. I'm curious. There it goes.
Do. Intermissions, yeah. I am Lord.
The list that I'm seeing says Sona ult should be blocked.
Yes.
Okay.
And Twitch chat's agreeing with me as well.
Okay, yeah, that would be the one that you like. Whenever I see a Braum, I usually like to think, all right, what is going to be that one target I want to be blocking, and that would probably look for it's like Nami tidal wave. You see a Nami against a Braum, you're like, if he doesn't use it, save his unbreakable for tidal wave, you need to rethink what you're doing with unbreakable.
There's a couple of abilities that stick out to me, and really the Crescendo's one, and the other is the Jace cannon.
Yeah.
once that gets maxed to, you know, level 9, he has his penetration items going, you know, brutalizer into a last whisper, because generally that's what Jaces want to do. That will be doing a significant amount of damage. Braum will, you know, throw up the shield and block out some of that, and yeah, it'll take away a lot of the damage coming out from him. I'm kind of repeating myself right now. I kind of don't know where I'm going with this. You ever say something, you just go, yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing.
Yeah, you had a train of thought and you were going towards something. And
yeah, I had something
you get there
mind.
and then you keep talking and you're like, I should have stopped like 5 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Crap.
I got my point across. Why am I still going? But yeah, no, I feel like that would be the best option in a poke scenario, as opposed to the engage that Sona has. But this time, as opposed to the last game that we saw, Blue Team actually has a decent engage in this with through Evelynn. So Sona doesn't have to actually do the flash crescendo. She can use that more for peeling against Sedge when she dives in, or Gnar when he turns into his Mega Form. So, I think if you're Braum, you're really just trying to peel out some of that long-range damage that's being dealt from Blue Team.
Yeah, I didn't look at this until right now, but the chain AoE CC is insane from Red Team right now. Because if Sejuani can hit, Sejuani or Gnar can really engage it, with Braum being follow-up at either second or third. But Sejuani ulting, followed by a Gnar, which I know is a hilarious way of saying it, a Gnar. A Gnar into a wall, and then a Glacial Fissure. Holy crap. Like, you don't move for a long time when that happens. So,
oh yeah, it's devastating.
It can be if the combo works, that could be incredibly strong. And just Lucian and Ziggs just saying, you guys can't move, I'll just auto attack whenever I feel
they're just dropping Mega Inferno bombs and culling the crap out of them all in just one line. Yeah, there's a lot that can happen if everything goes right. And really just that the blue composition is so like disengagey. They have Ziggs with his minefield, Sejuani if she wanted to ult afterwards to drop a slow, Braum with his Q, Gnar with his boomerang as well. They just have so many different ways to like step away from a fight and then simultaneously engage at the same time. While Blue Team has more of a, you know, hey, we have to just dive in.
Yeah.
And then if you chase after us, you know, Jace will drop a Q on your face. But after that, there's not too much more beyond that. Key highlight that I think we should see is how this Evelynn builds. The most popular build has been, you know, just going full tank after getting the Spirit of the Lizard Elder. But the damage nerfs on that happened, I believe, in... I forget which patch it was. It was like 2 patches ago. Really took out of favor. So, should be interesting.
All right, there we go. Sorry,
yeah, I got to set up everything.
No,
I got to set up everything too.
So there's I'm trying to remember who was last pick on. I think it was Eve and Shen were last pick on blue side. Not a lot of magic damage coming out. Like, there's actually a very, very big lack of. There's a ton of AD on blue side, but if there's some armor being built up by, I don't know, people who build armor all the time like Braum and Gnar and Sejuani, that's gonna be rough, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But then again, Jace has so much AD damage out of it that, like, even if Sejuani and Gnar decided that they wanted to build, you know, just a lot of AD off top, they have the penetration in the champions that prioritize penetration first, that they could just avoid some of that armor stacking that they're doing. Ooh, Jace drops the Q.
Jace, that's a really bad place to be. 2 more autos.
Especially, bam, there's the stun.
They want to flash.
Ooh.
Oh, the winner's bite.
Oh man, that is the only thing that could have gone worse in that scenario is if someone that wasn't the support got the kill. Like
Yeah,
if
it's
Zig,
not horrible, but it's obviously
still
not great.
that's not something you want to do.
Yeah, that's
And also we're left in another scenario like the last game where we have the mid laner without a flash.
yeah. He's a little bit more mobile at early levels and can deal with ganks better than a Kali can in the form of Jace with the hammer being able to knock people away or be able to use the gate to get some distance. But yeah, without a flash at level 1, I wouldn't say Sejuani's ganks are the strongest, so it's not as scary as Kha'Zix and Zed were in the previous game. Not great. There was that was like that. We were talking last game about the risk versus reward. There wasn't a lot to be gained from walking up there. Obviously, hindsight 2020 for that, you end up dying, but I don't know what was really wanting to be gained there, because you were going to, at best, place a ward and know that they're starting blue, maybe throw out a shock blast to do some damage, but it wouldn't be enough to really influence it. So, I don't know.
I think the big thing that's going to come out of that is Jace doesn't have as much luxury to be as aggressive as he wants to be early in these levels. And Zig's getting a lot of poke damage off from that range should, have a relatively easy time going up there and doing all that damage, because if Jace goes in, he puts himself at risk. And here's a stun.
That could be it. Yeah, force flash. That was just unfortunate positioning. You saw Braum was able to just. I mean, if you can get a winner's bite, you're going to get free autos, and Lucian is the best at taking advantage of it. And suddenly, it's just even up summoners. Sejuani does.
That's what we were talking about.
Well, yeah. I mean, if say that was even summoners to start the fight, Jace doesn't go down there, but unfortunately, it's 2 for 0 to start the game, and Sejuani, I mean, I don't want to say that Sejuani snowballs really hard, and that's just a horrible pun on the fact that she's a snow-based, ice-based champion. No.
Oh,
Sona,
man.
you had your flash. You could have gotten out of that. That's unlike last game where there was a flash burn that you said, okay, there's no way they're surviving. That would have been a survive.
Yeah, you're
dodging the
turret.
Ardent Blaze, you would have survived that.
Yeah, you're underneath your turret. They would have had to extend themselves a lot to try to get that kill, and that could have turned into a 2v for 1 favor if they even kept going for it. So that's not an instance where you're, what is it, like 30 yards from your turret, and you still have another like 5 seconds to get back underneath that. That was just, yeah, not the best decision, but again, it's cool. It's just not looking too saucy for the red team at the moment.
It's looking exactly saucy for the red team. Well, actually, I don't know what saucy means in this sense.
Oh, it's usually saucy is a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I don't know what. Oh boy, here comes Eve. Eve's got not a lot of ability to keep Lucian around.
I don't know why she used her dash first. She had the angle on Lucian in that instance to just walk up and start doing that. Then he dashes afterwards. You use your speed up immediately after he dashes, and you catch ground, and you're able to do more damage. She probably could have done twice as much damage. Maybe not net the kill, but put more pressure in.
Spork, that's why you don't have mod power right now on the channel. But no, but honestly, it's kind of like the Amumu. Amumu is like the classic example of
right.
how early level ganks go wrong for lower elo. That Sona is really ballsy with 3 stacks of concussive blows on her, but Amumu's will, and this is just the same thing. Amumu's will try to bandage from brush to catch up when you could just walk up and start autoing, and if you force a flash, then you could bandage afterwards. If you don't need to, like they didn't see you already. They didn't see Eve coming in, so you could have just walked up, and then once they start reacting and use abilities to get away, save that speed up and at least increase your damage a significant amount. You might not get the kill still, but you're not maximizing your potential chance to get said kill. It's like that. This sense, yeah, that was you needed to catch up because you had Sona getting killed there, and so that's fine. Yeah, Spork. I'm glad you're watching. Lee's listening to us at the same time. But yeah, it's one thing that people don't always think about is maximizing your, like we talked about risk and reward. Maximizing your chances are also great. Like you might say, oh, I gave up this one auto attack, but it's not that big a deal. It's like, well, you're still not going for max potential, and if you go for max potential and you still fail, then sure, you can know that, okay, I wasn't getting that kill anyways. But see, like, this is going to be a dead.
Yeah, like that was another instance of why did you go and do that? What did you have to gain out of that? You put out a little more damage on someone who has more health than you, which, I mean, yeah, there's some benefit to that. But then what did you have to lose? Well, Braum didn't have just walked up and autoed. He didn't even use his shield in that instance. I need to know the name of these.
Unbreakable.
I'm gonna go check that.
Unbreakable.
Is that Unbreakable?
Unbreakable is the E. Stand behind me.
No, Winter's Bite. Winter's Bite.
Oh, yeah. Uses the shield. I'm like, well, that doesn't really. That's not what. Oh,
right.
Spork. No, Spork.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. Great flash. Great flash there from Sona. I realize that that's because she didn't use it earlier, and I'm half eating my words, but we're not talking about that.
She used it correctly though.
No, that was great. That Winter's Bite landing was a Thresh death sentence, in essence.
Yeah, but what was I about to say? Yeah, so like Jinx walked up in there, Braum just autoed. He didn't need to use his Winter's Bite, and then they got a stun off immediately. Like when you're playing against the Braum, you have to consider a lot of these like factors from some of these champions. Like, hey, like maybe it's not a good idea right now to walk up in auto range of the support. That's usually a general good rule of thumb to begin with.
It depends on your support, though. And in this sense, of course, getting near a Braum is the place that Braum wants. Think about it. It's the place that Braum wants you. Whereas if you have a Sona, like in the sense, like Jinx does, you guys have the poke advantage, and you need to try to take advantage of that more than going for full-on engages. Like, Sona does a lot of damage, but is incredibly squishy, and if she gets hit by a Winter's Bite because she's out of position, she will die quicker than minions will. So... Oh, wow,
wow.
Didn't actually stun, I'm surprised. Oh gosh, the bola, whatever, Frozen Bola, something. It has a title. Is it Frozen? Glacial Prison. Oh, Frozen Tomb, Glacial Prison, Sejuani, Lissandra. Whatever.
It's cool. Yeah. Yeah, no, if it hits the targets directly, it stuns, but if it comes within just...
It's close, it just slows.
Yeah, it just slows them. It did look like I was kind of surprised that it didn't get a stun off on, I believe it was the Evelyn in that instance, but I mean, hey, it still netted
They didn't need it,
to kill anyways.
So this is a point, alright, I'm actually going to make a point here. Jinx and Sona right now have a huge advantage in lane because Lucian is gone. This is a point when you can be, Sona should be over in here, she should be trying to poke down Braum. Jinx can be doing it too in between autos to last hit. You might as well take advantage of the fact that you have you have a player advantage. You have a 2-on-1. Why not throw down poke, which would have, well, you stopped Braum from recalling, which is great.
There she goes, getting close again.
Yeah. See, now it's horrible. Now it's a horrible decision because you've got Lucian around to put out the damage that Braum is lacking in. And now that you've been stunned, a full culling to the face almost completely takes down Jinx. But
they almost turned that around though.
But see, if you go in earlier there, think about how low Braum is now. You either had him much farther away. That might be a kill. I hate that I'm eating my words right now, but you can take more advantage of your situation there because you have that two person versus one advantage, and that's, oh my gosh, if they really turn this into 2 kills, I'm not unhappy about it. I just don't like. I like that they're turning around, but I also hate that it's like you did stuff wrong and then got 2 kills.
Right. Yeah. I mean, she wasn't level 6 when they did that engage, so yeah, technically they were, doing some things wrong, but they just got a net positive out of that. That fight mid is crazy.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
Let's go back to that. There we go.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. The directed camera. But yeah, that is something. Wally and I are both support players. Like I try to remember all the time, even if it's not just even if you're not getting damage down, you might as well zone them from experience. Like you're getting small advantages, and that's that optimizing your advantages as much as possible.
Absolutely.
Terrible teleport. Oh boy, there's gonna be a fun teleport in a little bit. The crescendo, not necessary there. Sorry, that was not the time to crescendo.
This is pretty good for Shen right now. I mean, he's got like his armor up. Yeah, he doesn't want to fight Gnar in the sense. I was hoping he wasn't going to continue this fight. Because I was just going to say how he could teleport and apply pressure to other parts of the map, especially like this bot lane where there seems to be fights going on constantly. He hasn't used his ult yet, which is the big net positive of Shed, is being able to split push or teleport during that mid and early game.
Oh boy. So Sejuani could put down a lot of damage here, but I think that it's not going to be anything too crazy. Go away, Jinx. Yeah, back off. Get rid of the concussive blows because you're going to get stunned and take a lot of extra damage. I didn't. Sorry, boss fight. I didn't watch earlier, but Shen should not be winning this lane. All things, like everything else not considered. Also, don't bother using your unbreakable against turret shots. Doesn't do anything.
Okay, here's something that I think is huge on Shen too. Like, there shouldn't be a reason for him to win, especially since he just finished like his Merc Chets. Like right now, if Gnar doesn't take advantage over the missitemization, then there's a problem.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's really crazy.
Nice winner's bite. Very nice winner's bite. Oh wow. Okay, glacial fissure should almost never work like that. Oh no, the winner's bite might not land. Oh, never mind. There's the barrier has barrier from her ult has. Oh, what a nice shield. How is Eve alive?
What is happening?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that was crazy.
Oh, there's the teleport we're talking about. I'm really excited to see what Gnar does here, and I mean by excited I mean he's gonna. Teleport. No, it wasn't. He already said how bad it was in chat. Oh yeah, that was kind of not the right fight, because you're not gonna.
Oh my gosh, this bot fight is just so expensive. I don't want to deal with that.
But okay, going back to that Gnar Shen, like Gnar has the range advantage. Obviously melee versus ranged. That should be able to put down early damage on a Shen. I know that I think he started Dorn's Shield, which is a very smart buy, of course, against a Gnar, against any ranged champion, to be fair. But you should win that lane. Shen doesn't exactly crush people in lane. Like he doesn't do a lot of damage. He kind of just survives in lane and then impacts the game in other ways. He's a horrible.
You shouldn't be in position to get taunted, which is when Shen actually starts to get his trades off. You shouldn't be in position to get taunted until you become your Mega Form, which if he taunts you in Mega Form, then immediately when you come out of it, you'll be out trading him. So any instance where you're losing the Shen in both CS and losing out in trades, you're not playing it correctly as the Gnar. And I also don't like the itemization top lane from both of them to begin with.
Yeah, Triforce is usually what we kind of I usually see on Gnar. I kind of.
I wasn't even thinking Triforce.
Or Bork can work too. Oh no!
See,
did he block
there
it?
We go.
He blocked. He blocked the crescendo. Blocked the crescendo. Nice play there, from Cap. But okay, go ahead on that itemizing.
So I'm a huge fan on the for Gnar. Shen does primarily magic damage, so I don't have too much of a problem with the Brutalizers, but I do have a problem with the Ninja Tabies.
Oh yeah.
Like, there's just no reason to. Like, if anyone, they should have traded. If they traded boots, it would have made more sense for both of them.
We got a rage quit. Not really a rage quit, but you guys. Okay, it's not super important because you're not talking to each other, but you could pause this. This is tournament draft, but that's maybe not something to think about too much because of the DC. Yeah, Ninja Tabby don't really make a lot of sense here. Because even though there's a lot of that AD coming out from the blue team, it only benefits you when it's Gnar. You have to Gnar to the wall here. There you go.
Oh, that is great. Good play by him.
Nice fight. Oh, that was unfortunate flash.
That was brilliant. Like, because it actually wasn't a bad flash, but just the auto attack range still happened there.
Woo!
And good heal.
That heal barely survived. Sorry for headphone users. Brutalizer is like best right now. Okay, that's fair. It works. It benefits everything that he does.
I was thinking, yeah, along the lines, if you wanted to go for resistances on Gnar, you either go get the health, which accentuates the damage on his Wallop and Gallop. I forget the name of the other one, but I know
Gallop?
one's called
He has
Wallop.
he has a build.
Wait, hold on. I was just calling it Gallop because that was the thing that came to mind. Ooh, fight mid.
Oh, nice glacial prison. Gallop? Wallop? Hop and crunch? Hyper and wallop? No.
Oh, Hop and Crunch. Yeah, I got
Crunch.
them
That's
abilities
like,
mixed up. Hyper and Wallop. Those were the ones. But no, the Wallop. Not the Wallop. God dang it! I can't. There I am, just going mixing abilities up again, even right after I looked at them. Hop and Crunch do max health damage.
max health, yeah.
So you could just build either health or magic resist, both ways of surviving and sustaining in lane, and get damage out of it to just survive against the Shen. So you could have traded out the Ninja Tab. I got that. I see that he got the Giant's Belt now, which is helpful if he builds the Sunfire Cape, which is a great item on him.
Mm-hmm. This should be a yeah. The no Flash was just burned from Ziggs.
Yeah,
so,
no vision by Ziggs there. Kind of.
Yeah. Okay. So, Miss Fish talking about Tabby are super good versus double 80 carry team. That's true if this was actually like a double auto attack 80 carry team. I don't personally think it is one of those because Jace's main source of damage comes from his EQ combo and cannon form. He does get a lot from autoing and stuff. Autoing and using his hypercharge, I believe it is, his W and cannon form. But it's if you had like Zed or you had like a Master Yi as jungle, you don't have like the main forms of damage from Eve would be your Q, from Jace is going to be his abilities. Jinx, of course, yeah. It's a lot of damage from autos, but you need to like Ninja Tabby aren't effective unless it's against a lot of auto attacks. It of course gives armor, but you can go for I think many other things, and I don't like it unless you're going against like Zed Yi is kind of two that I'm thinking of.
Yeah, and honestly, that's a great point to make too. I was going to say something a little different, but that makes a lot of sense for you. Jace doesn't have the most auto attack damage. They are very caster focused with their damage.
Their combos,
yeah, their comp, excuse me. But still, even then, like, let's say that you wanted to build and that they had the Master Yi in their lane and as their jungler, and they had maybe another auto attack based champion. Yeah, it would be a good idea to get the Ninja Tab Eyes. I still wouldn't agree getting it this early though. Again,
yeah,
it's a lane
very
where
early.
you're in a Shen. It's just there's no reason to get it at this time. Ooh, great stun. Ooh, and slow.
Okay, so one small misplay there. Like, okay, and it's not on red team, except that they might get taken down by turrets here. Trying to kill the turret. Yep, gonna die.
Oh,
Turrets
bad teleport.
can cancel that. Oh, the Gnar. Oh wait, stuns up. Well, not the right things, but yeah, Gnar's gonna go down here. That was one of those teleports that you could cancel and and say, all right, you know what, I'm totally okay with it. But the oh gosh, what was the point I was gonna make? Why am I losing my train of thought? Talk for a second. I'm.
Oh yeah, no. Ooh,
nice play
big
by
damage.
Ziggs.
Yeah, that was really just a close fight on both of their ends.
I know what I was gonna say.
Ziggs.
I know what I was gonna
Okay,
say. The Jace almost got away from that. He was pretty close, and he put the gate a bit far away. Like he put it as though it was like a Thresh Lantern. Like it was gonna be, you needed to get it to his teammate more than he needed it for himself. And could have just put it on yourself, like directly on top of yourself, and then maybe got a little bit extra speed. I keep not wanting to keep saying optimizing things, but I think it kind of makes sense here. Like, you might as well give yourself the best chance of it. And if you'd put, like, I don't know that he would have survived if Gates right on top of him at that point, but you have a better chance than the alternative, which was what happened. So because he never reached it because he died beforehand.
Yeah, the placement for a lot of gates like that is usually in a scenario where, yeah, you're trying to disengage, and then after you hit that point where everyone crosses the line and gets the speed boost, and then immediately afterwards you can dish some damage out and queue into the enemy team. Ooh,
nice
this is actually a good fight right here.
I mean, it was a good crescendo, but the consistent damage from Lucian is a bit too much for Jinx right now. Oh, the Stand United could save her. Probably it's going to save her. But Ziggs now caught out. Eve should pop ult. Doesn't have it though. Now just picked it up. And gets too stunned up to even be able to use it. Oh, the Mega Inferno Bomb. Wow, this is a very nice wipe for red. They should at least get a turret here. Jace should not try to fight this. He can try to poke. He should try to poke a little bit. He can fire off a little bit from the side. But it's almost maybe better to come back into the base and try to save their turrets.
Yeah, he just caught out by a ward.
Now
like,
he
there's
can.
No
now he can a little bit.
position.
Nar's not in position to Mega Gnar. Okay, now
if he would have just gone back earlier, he would have been in a better position to defend that turret instead of just off on the side doing nothing at the moment. Like, yeah, you drew some people away from the inhib, but he could have saved the turret if he actually went back.
Oh,
potential.
That's no, Sona. You're gonna get the kill thanks to Eve, but that's a little bit unfortunate.
No
yawning.
really...
No yawning.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, so the way that I actually have I'm watching this on the laptop right now. It's on my chest at the moment, and then I'm kind of like looking up at it.
Oh, nice burst.
Ooh, wow.
Take down Jace real quick.
See, we have that Sejuani build that I was talking about. That's like really AP focused, and she has the haunting guys early, which
Landry's is amazing on her. Landry's is almost core on Sejuani because
she has so many slows.
Yeah, she has so many slows, and so whenever she does spell damage, which is pretty frequently, she can just get so much out of her Landry's. Yeah, good. There we go. Nice relic shield. Or sorry, relic shield. Face the mountain. Active to maybe save Ziggs. He might have survived anyways. Oh boy, they're sitting on top of a ward, and Sona really wants to fight.
Yeah, it's kind of giveaway too for them to just clear out that ward really quick. And I mean, I don't know from a strategic standpoint if that's going to have any large implications, but hey,
slows recalls.
You see someone going at you like that. There's probably a ward there. You can clear it out.
Yeah.
Okay, so like one thing that I do all the time when I'm looking at a game, like you look at it and you know how things are going. You see people coming across at around the 20-minute mark. That's when I start to try to calculate all of the advantages that a team has gained. Ooh, not a good play by Lucian right there.
Yeah, he's a bit too crazy right now. I should not have Skype chats open right now. They're making me laugh too much.
Yeah, that one in particular is just...
You know.
I know. You guys don't on stream.
But shout out to the canoe. So, okay, so advantages you're talking about. What a nice glacial prison!
Gosh.
That's see, there's the follow-up. That is when you Braum ult. You do, guys. Big key thing because this fight should be a wipe. Shen's not going to do nearly enough damage, or he shouldn't do enough damage to really get any kills here, especially not with being stunned up. Braum ult never uses engage. That was the time to use it. When you had multiple people stunned and then slowed significantly, it works great. It does not work as an engage tool. And oh, what a nice Zhonya's barely saving Ziggs' life. Probably would have killed him.
Notice that Ziggs built that as one of his first items. Like, I didn't actually pay attention to the build path. I think he built the Athenes first and then the Zhonya's, but I'm not sure. Do you know?
I don't know. But it's great versus this AD heavy comp. Yes, great. Zhonya's is going to be incredible just for the stats, and then the item itself is really, really good when you have people who want to jump on top of you. But
but notice how he got that item as one of his first.
Oh no.
Ooh. That was a close bait. Really good play by Red, actually.
Athenes and Zhonya's is what people are saying, which is understandable. That's kind of that makes perfect sense. Like Athenes is kind of very core in a
especially
AP versus it's not AP versus AP matchup actually. So it could have been early Seekers, and I would have been okay with it.
Yeah, either way, I mean, just it was, he has 11 kills right now, which I didn't even know he had 11 kills. That's what I was about to talk with my point until, yeah. I was saying around 20 minutes into the game, that's when I personally start to reassess, like, how teams are doing as a whole. Like, I feel like that's 20 minutes, you're out of early game. You're either in the middle of mid game or you're basically in mid game, and you go, okay, so what does my team have to do to either capitalize and win now, get back into the game, or just what do we have to do at all? And red team in this instance says, hey, we got a huge lead, 10,000 gold up, we could capitalize on this and take Baron really quick and just, close this thing out. And that's kind of a decision they have to make around that time period and assess your actual strength and power. And then blue team in that instance needs to do that too and say, okay, well, red team's really freaking strong. They could probably take Baron, or maybe we need to ward out a little bit further and be protective, but also defend against certain things like that.
It's difficult for blue's team to really have a good fight. All right, so like this fight could go in Jace's favor. I don't think it will, considering how it started out. But looking at their comp, they're kind of relying on Jace to soften up a team, and similar to when Nidalee was really popular with siege comps, if you're behind, it's really difficult to try to make a big impact and come back from things like that. Nice timing on the stun there. Knowing when this thing is gonna end is very, 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 very useful, because you know when you want to make or fire off your abilities. But you see, like, look how little that did. That was a shock blast through the gate. Like, I know that it's on a tankier target, but when you're this far behind, like, your comp suffers significantly, and it's a comp that needed to be ahead to have a chance of winning this game. And I hate counting out comps, but this is one of those comps that is very difficult to try to play from behind when you're relying on a Jace to do a lot of damage early on, but then the follow-up really isn't that crazy. Like, Eve can come off from the side and try to flank, come in, have a huge impact, but like, as you're seeing, like, these, I mean, they're so far ahead. I don't want to like say that they're misplaying this, because there's not a whole lot they can do.
Right.
But
I feel like
you need to stay ahead. If you're going to play this kind of comp, you have to stay ahead, or at least stay even. And then when you're still even, you have to play the fights and know what kind of comp you have, which is essentially it's not poke, it's not completely poke based, but it relies on it.
Yeah. And even when you look at it and say, okay, yeah, we are behind, and there's certain things that we have to do. Like, what you were doing in that instance is not the traits of a team that's behind would be playing. Going up there and, trying to pick fights one-on-one against the 12-3 AP carry.
It's going to crush there. I don't know, Jace, I don't know what you're buying right now. It looks like Infinity Edge, but I know that's not it. Like, Jace doesn't build Infinity Edge. I'm guessing that it was a BF sword early, and then you said, oh crap, I need to build Last Whisper, which is what I hope you were doing, because Last Whisper makes sense here. There's a lot of armor going on the side of red team. And like we said last game, we were saying that's a horrible time to battle Last Whisper. This is a great time for second item Last Whisper. But it's also a mana immune that hasn't even been finished yet. Like, there isn't really a finished item.
And the other thing is that Jace is primarily AD base, and he doesn't have a lot of synergy with attack speed. His W, again, let me go ahead and check his abilities. Hypercharge gives 100% attack speed, and actually I prefer maxing that second as opposed to the Hypergate, just because of the additional damage that comes out from maxing the Hypercharge. So I would maybe go for maxing that second. But still, even then,
this comp, I would say Gate, though. You're up against a team that's going to run onto you. I would say, I'd say it's situational.
Well, the Gate doesn't increase the damage at all.
No. And I'm saying no, but I'm saying as a disengage tool. You're getting more movement speed for your team, and you have an enemy red team that has Sej, Braum, and Gnar that want to get onto you and not ever leave. Like, it's kind of essentially a area talisman that I think.
I see where you're coming from.
I can see either, though. I can see. Both.
Yeah. Really, I guess it's just personal preference. My preference is.
Your preference is to hypercharge. But this is also, guys, the fact that we're discussing this is something you can think about when you're saying, why do I max something? Why do I max this over this? And what are situations where I think this would be better to max? And thinking about it, kind of, sometimes you might just like say, I don't know how to play this champ. I'll just look at a guide, and that'll give you
Just
like a basic understanding of it. Oh, pacifist. But you can sometimes when you can actually think about why you're building something or skilling a certain way, and if it changes based on comps, it gives you a better understanding of what you're doing with the champ, and I think helps you play it a lot better because you know why you're doing stuff instead of saying, I just need to go up and hook somebody. Brahms killing dragons. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think that's a mentality that a lot of people kind of look in is just say that you just have to pick this. You have to pick that. The perfect example of a champion where there isn't anything set in stone for doing, only just kind of like following what meta picks people do, is like Kha'Zix. You can justify maxing out almost every ability that he has. I think more primarily people choose, am I going to max the Q or the W first? But really, it's just personal preference and then looking at the scenario that you're given, you know, and what will benefit you more in this scenario. So
you can also switch. You can switch your thoughts. Like you don't have to finish maxing something. Like I think I was playing Thresh earlier today, and I think this fight's gonna go just maybe well for blue, but it could. Okay, now they've gotten off of turret. They should be able to probably crush this fight out now.
See,
there it is. That's the Sejuani ult, and then Gnar into the team. Good play to just kind of displace the entire blue team. And
see. Yeah. Nothing to say. Red's gonna take the win now.
But I was playing a game earlier today where I was playing Thresh, and I think I had started by maxing Q, by maxing the death sentence for the cooldown reduction, because it's kind of his very, very important skill. But at the same time, I decided to kind of switch it midway through because I thought, okay, I need more flay damage, and then I was like, wait, we're getting hurt too much, and I need cooldown on Dark Passage. And so I didn't max anything first. I had like 4-3-4 in my points because I was just prioritizing based on what we needed. And like you can changing around isn't always bad because you can have different needs at different points in the game. So Emax got way worse for Jace when no longer reduced cooldown. That's true. Cooldown reduction the cooldown doesn't go down as you max it. But so yeah, sorry pacifist for ragging on the Ninja Tabby, but we're just trying to make you aware.
Hey, it's not even that I was ragging on it. That was actually a really good point, was saying later on it could have been more beneficial in team fights. All I'm saying is that in lane matchups like that, you can prioritize certain things before getting the Ninja Taibai in that instance.
And after movement speed was nerfed on boots too, it's really like you don't gain very much in the movement speed sense from upgrading boots anymore. It used to be a lot more. But all right, let me get
really the only boots that I see people max nowadays, like rushing off the start,
Mobies.
are Mobies. Yeah, like just to be able to get to lanes faster. After that, I mean, really, you don't see people getting that as a second item finish anymore, or first item, which is what most people did in that game. So,
all right, we're gonna do one more. I don't know. Are you sticking around for one more, Wally, or no?
Yeah, I can stick around.
Okay, we're doing. This will be the last one for the night, guys. Okay, we'll see if you're recognizing that pacifist. That's awesome. All right, recommendations on Sej. I wish I knew how to play Sej. Like, if we had Declawed on here, he would be like, I don't know if he'd be giving like crazy advice, but he'd probably have something to say about it. I don't play her very. Only time I've played her was in an all for one game when everyone was playing Sej.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple different ways to build Sedge, and that was the AP route that has become really popular lately. And I think that people are just doing that because it's like something niche, something fun, a little different. She's not played competitively, so there's not really a set in stone way that you can like look at a pro and say, oh, like this is what like you're supposed to do, which honestly makes Sedge just so much more fun to watch because you just have so many differing opinions on what is like a viable option. But yet I did actually enjoy like seeing the Sedge play. That was really, really well thought.
trying to think about a few things posted there. I mean, we already talked.
I pulled the chat down on accident, so I haven't caught what they have been saying.
I'm not against Boots of Swiftness there. I'm not. Like, she didn't need Merc Treads in that game. Merc Treads is usually what I default to on a tanky character, but there wasn't enough hard CC that would be really helped by it. Swiftness, trying to stick onto a target, I'm okay with it. Sorks could be doing more damage, yeah. Tabby, we already talked to death how much I wasn't a fan of Tabby that game, even though it was a heavy AD comp. It just, you could get a few more things out of that. I don't know. There we go. So, last game, it's T-Force BA3, Cereal, spelled normally. Well, I guess both ways I spelled cereal are both normal ways of spelling cereal, so.
Boots of Swiftness, I think, are an underrated item in general. The big thing about that is that you could also say, okay, Boots of Swiftness, you add more speed and reduce slows. You also get the same thing out of the Merc Treads, essentially, where you have just the reduced duration for the slow itself. So really, you could make an argument for either way. And to be fair, we weren't saying that all those options were bad. We were just saying, hey, don't build those early.
The canoe.
Wow. Okay. Well,
no. Scroll up a little bit, and it'll make more sense. But
oh God. Sometimes I'll wake up
and see like a ton of messages.
It's like 200 posts,
yeah.
And like to an extent, I just want to avoid all of it, but I just can't help but read it. I just can't.
I mean, I ended up. What was it? I went to a Halloween party on last Friday, and I came back like Saturday afternoon, and actually it was actually like evening, and I checked and it was like 800. I was like, good God, this is just like 5 people that are friends. What is happening right now? You made my little bot lane life. Guys, come on and join in. We only have 2 people right now. Here's the thing. If you had been playing tonight already, once or twice, come on in, and if we have people who are saying, crap, it's full, we'll ask some people to leave who have played 1 or 2 games. But if you want to play some more, like, I hope we're not... I hope our advice is well received, because I honestly don't know. Like, I know Badger and Spork have done this a lot more than me and Wally have. Normally, Wally and I we just usually cast. We shoutcast games. Like, we'll be doing play-by-play and color commentary. We won't be looking to give advice, because the people who are casting don't usually want the advice. It's just like a tournament setting. So, 1-2, but I don't want my team to lose. Well, here's the thing, Kentia. No one... If anyone cares about winning for this, then they're in here for the wrong reasons. It's to learn, and that's what everyone's here for. Like, that, we're trying to teach, and you guys are, the people who are coming in here are hopefully trying to learn, not just play a game with community. But
come on in. And I mean, yeah, come in and try to win, but it's not like, oh man, like that's the penultimate goal of this. No.
If you learn something from it, you should consider that a win. Like, and if you need to go back and watch them, if you want to go back and watch and see something, like maybe you thought some play was gonna work, you can, but didn't, and maybe we had advice on what could have made that better. There's been so many points we've made today that I don't know, like, I can't name individual things anymore because there's so many things going on. I have to wait to the finish to watch the commentary. Yeah, well, that's what it's here for. And it'll be all one Twitch VOD right now, but then obviously added to the, what's it called, YouTube channel eventually. And also, guys, just because we have to promote things, please follow the Twitch channel. Follow us on Twitter. I have my handle right above here. So you know when, well, if you follow the T-Force podcast Twitter, you will know when any of the podcasts are going live. that being the proper, talking about the game, the LCS rundown that I'm on, talking about the pro scene, which is just a shit show right now because it's all rumors and transfers and roster swaps. And then the Oz LOL podcast talking about the oceanic scene. Our three main our three only podcasts right now. I don't know if we'll have a fourth. I don't know what it would be. Guys, if you actually, I'm gonna ask this Twitch chat. I don't think it'll actually make an impact on anything. But if you guys could have another podcast from us, what would you want it to be? Also, other things that go live, we have Bronze Arena, I believe. We have a bronze only kind of situation like this. And then I think Journey to 30 is done. It might be still going on. Somebody can correct me on that.
I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Cursed Piglet, yep, we talked about that last week on the rundown. We covered all of NA and are going to be going into EU next week, or this coming Sunday, and whatever has happened in the meantime. Bronze Boot Camp, that's right, Spark. Podcasts devoted to team comps and how to critically look at them. I feel like that could be T-Force booze and snack. Okay, podcast devoted to team comps. I feel it could work, but it would be kind of a like questions that you might have to ask to the T-Force proper. I actually really like when I've been on the proper like 3 or 4 times now, and I love going on and talking about stuff like that. But Mod hates Curse for no reason. He doesn't hate him as much anymore. But T-Force booze and snack review, I would do that immediately. I'm currently having a horrible, horrible beer that rhymes with mud sight something, whatever. It's not the best. Yeah, like I would do a booze review podcast for sure. We should when I went up and visited Pwn, and Luke knows this. We should have done something like that, even though we did shoutcast some games and just drunkenly played League. We totally could have done something like a beer review from all the things we got from whatever that grocery store place was. Crud fight. Yep, that's it. That is definitely it. Luckily, last game there were no instances where I had to drink as kind of on principle, because there was no Broken Shard dying to white. I don't know, it's Captain's not in this game, is he? Well, Saint D-Bag isn't on Curse. Yeah, I know. He's not on main Curse anymore. God, this saxophone's awesome. I'm very much a fan of this one. Never will live that down, will I? Well, I don't have anything else that I drank for specifically tonight. Like, any specific play, so. You probably will live it down. I don't, if I remember that next time, then sure. Then you can say, alright, never living it down. You still have a whole game to be one-upped, too, so. Well, he's not on Curse. He's actually still part of Curse. Like, he does a lot of stuff for them that just, if he makes LCS, has to leave the Curse organization, which is kind of... It's kind of unfortunate, but you could have drank during my TP. I probably... You know what? I'll drink to that TP. You did some damage when you teleported down, and then ran away. Spork, you were correct. Mott has his fanboyisms. So. And Pacifist, I don't know when my next trip up is. I will figure that out. I'm going to be moving fairly soon, so. Hopefully near future. I'm sad I missed out on the meet and greet thing.
I am back.
Alright.
Just dropping in.
Yep. We're all ready. Just been chatting along.
Cuckoo.
Dude, last game of the night.
Yes, yes.
We have unranked too. That's awesome.
An unranked.
Aztec.
Those always scare me. They're always wild cards.
He's done 2 of his games. Kind of curious.
See, yeah, if he's like a Smurf, or if he really just hasn't played his promos or anything like that.
Oh no, I'll be coming back up, Pacifist. No worries. We had a hell of a fun time when I came up. So
the new rule for foreign team members is that you have to, depending on your zone, you have to have at least 3 members of your team from that region. So for North America, you would need to have at least 3 members that are from North America, and then 2 spots can be allotted to out of country members. So like that was one big reason why that they had to get rid of Dexter, CLG.
They didn't have to
because
get
they already
rid
had
of him.
Seraph.
No,
No.
They got grandfathered in. The new rule.
Oh yeah, right.
Apply anyone who was already on an LCS team became an exempt non-resident, so that they counted as not a resident, but didn't count against that 2-person limit.
Right. Yeah, because they had implemented it, out as they were already on the team, so they were allowed it. But now, since they got rid of Dexter, they have to pick up someone that is from NA because they already have Seraph and why am I blanking out on the
I'm just gonna let you see it. For CLG, you mean?
Oh
Afro
no,
move?
they have Afro. They have Afro. What am I talking about? Derp. What? That is not. It is that I mixed them up. I mixed them up. Please don't.
You're thinking of Less Boy, I think. I
think I am definitely thinking of TSM.
Whereas TSM had Bjergsen, Amazing, and Less Boy.
Yeah, I completely mixed the teams up.
If Amazing had left because of that, then we could have said that was the reason, because they have 3 people who are not North Americans, but they still count as exempt non-residents. Less Boy and Bjergsen will at least.
Ghost Pepper beer sounds absolutely terrible.
Oh, it was horrifying, guys. This beer, it was a beer Pone bought when him and Shiro went to go pick up beer for the weekend, and he's just like, "Oh, I want to try this," and he had a sip. We all had a sip and about died because it was just so spicy. And then Pone accidentally takes he thinks that he has a beer next to him. He just picks up and takes a massive swig and then just dies for 20 minutes because, well, yeah, it was awful.
Oh man, I mean, I already had a Ghost Pepper before. I took a bite out of one, and that was the biggest mistake I've ever made in my life. I was like, I was crying from just the pain, and it didn't go away for like 6 hours. I could, let alone just a beer, just having that capsaicin just swishing around your mouth, and every single little. No, thank you. No, thank you. You guys are too many for me. Too many.
Yeah. Well, so Blue Team clearly has a strategy in mind. They banned the all-terrain vehicle, or all-terrain Venonat, if you guys want to, or Venomoth. Venomoth, yeah. All-terrain Venomoth if we want to go Twitch Plays Pokemon style. And Tarek first picked is fun, and something I wasn't expecting. There was a post today talking about how the effective stats you get in gold from Tarek when he ults, if he has 4 people around it, it was like 3,000, 6,000, and 12,000 golds worth of stats if you have 4 people around you at rank 1, 2, and 3 for his ultimate. So like, that's kind of incredible.
That's a huge swing, and actually, if you were to use that every single time off cooldown, that's around like a passive 300, 400 gold increase just off of just having it.
Yeah,
that's pretty incredible.
That's pretty ridiculous.
But you don't see him a lot anymore. His stun damage got reduced, his armor, and same thing with his armor ratio for his shatter. So you don't see him picked as much. Oh man, but do you remember, I think it was like early season 3, Tarek was a terror. You played him out of the jungle, you played him as support, whatever you wanted to do. Just, he was unstoppable. I don't know if they reworked him.
Alright, keep going for a second. I'll be back in a half second.
Keep going for a second. He's going to be back in a half second, so...
Yeah, so that'll be a half second you have to cover.
Right. Well, actually, that's half second, like, reverse, so... I mean, that's just me taking a literal be it what it may. Either way, he was talking, I remember Serial, I think it was 2 games ago, he was saying that he was the only person that played Gragas. Well, guess what? We got a Gragas up in here, guys. Got the Gragas. Syndra, who was banned out earlier, she's picked up. Renekton, I haven't seen Renekton in a minute. And then I think Soraka was playing the Sona both times that we had gotten in on this, so... No, that was Frown. That was last game, excuse me. Gems are outrageous. They are truly, truly, truly outrageous. See, now here's the real question. And I want to ask you guys on Twitch chat this. Which Taric skin? Like, if this Taric doesn't have a skin, I'll be surely upset, because I have, in my mind, the best Taric skin, which is clearly Red Taric. I know a lot of people, they like the pink Taric.
Armor of the 5th Age.
Yep, but it's all about that Bloodstone Taric.
We might get kicked out of game here. Oh no, he just gave it an Elise. Okay. I don't know if that's actually... Because Zenraid said he was, oh, they don't have an 80 carry. It randomed him. Yeah, that randomed him, guys. 80 carry Elise. It's good. What do we do? Hit quit and it'll cancel the game out. No, you definitely didn't pick Kate. Just quit the game and do the same picks. Like, it's not a huge deal. Yeah, remake that. Yeah, just remake it. It's quick if we know what we're doing.
Whoever left the game, you're a hero.
This is Spork.
Spork, the true hero. It's so funny. I'm looking at your stream right now, and you got the overlay already set up. Yeah,
there.
It's just kind of just chilling in the middle. Just be lazy. Just leave it there.
I didn't know why I would change it back.
Right. I mean, we're gonna be in here half a second anyways.
I can do music right now. I could put the music stuff up.
Ooh, music stuffs.
Well, I'm listening to music, but I can put the title of the song on.
Gotcha.
Music. Just because I feel like putting this up.
Do you go with the LCS playlist?
No, I did.
I don't have.
I do no copyright sounds.
Gotcha. I always thought that maybe we should just make our own music. Like, I feel like we can do that. Well, what would you play?
I have a trumpet. I'm a trumpet player.
Oh, see, I don't like Jason Derulo though.
Yeah, I guess that would kind of rule that out.
Right, exactly. So, but yeah, no, I'm a drummer. So,
where do I find what? I don't know what Badger's talking about. All right, Zenraid, come on, you can do this. Good job. Wait, I thought Triss was banned. Wasn't Triss banned? Whatever.
I don't know.
Boss fight kind of cheated and stole Caitlyn.
That I mean that is true. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat where it's just like it doesn't matter. I mean, unless everyone else matters, then it totally matters. And I take back anything that I said. They didn't ban her. That is what they're saying.
No worries. Sorry, they still need a jungler here. Victor is definitely that jungler. Please lock that in, Spork. Just trade, Pacifist, just trade with him. Just trade across teams. Yeah, Victor actually was banned, but...
Was he?
Yeah, Victor was banned this game because Shroud didn't want Spork playing him.
I would have loved to see a Victor.
I mean, we might if he just goes ahead for it. Okay, yeah, Vi makes a little bit more sense. God, they are playing catch a target with Vi and Ari here.
Oh yeah, from oh man, purple team just they have like a pseudo pick comp. Like they have it's a combination of a pick and a disengage comp because Gragas and Sona have just great abilities for keeping and peeling people off, and then every other member of the team has a form of dash to like get out of the scenario. But then they also you can use Gragas' explosive cask to engage along with the crescendo, and then on top of that you have Vi assault and battery into a fight. Like it's a well balanced composition. And then blue is just kind of
Jungle Taric.
That's your comp right there, Jungle Taric.
Jungle Taric. Oh my gosh. There's the surprise.
So what do you think about Jungle Taric?
I don't know. I have no idea what
You're supposed to know these things, Cereal.
I mean, we're in Platinum and Jungle Taric is just not. I mean, he's banned every game because Jungle Taric is so good. So I never get to see it. That's all.
Right. Yeah. I mean, obviously, after the Russian players started playing Jungle Taric, it was just he's been overblown. You don't even want to see him in competitive play because it's too much. Instant win, free low.
Yeah. Right. No, like the enemy team just gives up immediately.
Mm-hmm.
They don't ever leave base.
It's just outrageous. It's truly, truly, truly outrageous.
Yeah. Hey, Spork? What's the what skin did Taric use? Because we can't see yet.
That's the real question.
Yeah, it's really important.
And then honestly, I mean, like on top of Jungle Taric, like you have a support Maokai.
I mean, we assume. Yeah. It looks like support Maokai. And double heal. There is. Okay, I can kind of see the no exhaust versus red team here. Yeah. There's no super high damage person that they need to worry about. It's also
really it's just like if you catch Ari out if she comes in, and then maybe a Vi if she has a lot of damage. Like not too many other targets beyond that. Because like Caitlyn, you're just never going to be able to get in range to exhaust her.
Yeah, Vi does a good bit of damage, but yeah, you don't really need to exhaust for that. So I like it. Exhaust on the side of red could be used for a number of targets, notably Trist and Renekton if he just jumps in there. But okay, Bloodstone Taric's being used, so that's a good sign. I'm pretty okay with that. They okay, so blue also has a good bit of single target lockup. We were talking about it a little bit with Vi and Ari and Gragas and Sona can do a lot of hard CC, but blue has the stun from Taric, stun from single target stun from Renekton, kind of an AoE stun from Syndra, which would be the original one to probably make the impact, and then also Maokai jumping in with his oh my gosh, twisted advance.
I would just love to see every single member of the blue team just Syndra lands the stun, Triss jumps in, Maokai jumps in, Renekton jumps in, Taric stuns in, and just destroys and dismantles one target.
Yeah, right.
I would love to just see the collapse of that. And I feel like there's a lot of potential for that to happen, but again, we'll see. Now, what's the answer? I can't see. I haven't loaded in yet. What is it?
Bloodstone Taric. We already talked about this.
Oh, I wasn't listening. I'm sorry. I got another message on Skype, and I was just zoned out on that. Oh wow, this is actually fantastic Skinergy battle.
Team 4 skin versus a full skin team.
Maokai, please, come on.
No, I prefer Team Foreskin. I think it's funnier.
We're not gonna get into that.
This is the wrong scene I meant to do, but it works. It works for what I just was talking about. Which one did I even mean to do? That one. Okay. God, I have no idea what I'm doing with my life, except laying down in a chair and looking real good, or attempting to. All right, so I'm in. Arranging this is gonna be weird with Tarek going into the jungle, and actually that's all I had to do to set up that. Wow, that was the easiest scoreboard rearranging of all time.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now because I still haven't loaded in yet. And yep, just 1 swap, 2 swap. That's it.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
That's what she said.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know, man. I felt like it was good.
It was okay.
Get it? It was like a 6 out of 10. Maybe.
I won't judge too much. So, Ancient Coin on Sona. A bit different than, I think Spell Thief is kind of the most popular.
Yeah.
But you also have somebody you really want to speed up a lot in terms of Vi, and potentially Ari as well, to just say, Talisman, go! And Vi just suddenly is assault and battering everybody. I mean, I know, wow, that Vault Breaker could not have missed much more. But
I wish I could be watching this. Wait, so she did start Vault Breaker though?
She did.
It's gonna slow her clear down a little bit. I mean, thankfully, Vi's a jungler that could start with literally any one of her abilities, and it won't be too drastic. But I don't know. Definitely W's the way to start on her.
Yeah, Denting Blows is pretty important because you get, I believe, an attack speed boost, don't you, from that?
Yep. Attack speed boost on top of the percentile health damage.
And reducing armor.
Right. Yeah, there's just no reason to not do that. I mean, some people, they go for the E because of the stack charges and being able
AoE
to
clear.
get the auto attack reset. Yeah, AoE clear and getting the shield and whatnot, but it actually has nets less DPS on the first buff.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, nothing too crazy to start. Looks like blue buff for both champions is. Vi definitely has some mana cost issues. Not surprising to see her go blue. You could have told me that Tarek starts red, and I would have been somehow unsurprised, but he starts Shatter as his first... Actually, you know what? That's not even surprising at all either. I don't know what else you would start on Jungle Tarek.
It would probably be Shatter.
Yeah, it wouldn't be heal. You wouldn't go heal because you're not exactly going to clear very fast, and... Dazzle wouldn't really... I mean, it'd get a small stun, but really barely any damage. I don't know what the idea behind this is.
So, the popular part of Jungle Tarek is that he gets so much out of just building armor.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the popular item to get on him is Frozen Gauntlet. You come in, get the stun off, get the slow, and on top of that... I believe, yeah, it's his auto attack deals additional damage based on how much mana he has. So you get mana on top of that through the Frozen Gauntlet, and it's just it's pretty cool. I think it's cheesy as hell, but I love it.
Yeah, IBG is pretty core on Tarek, so I can see that working out. I have not played I haven't played Tarek in a long time. He is.
Huh? Yeah, I thought you'd be stoked about this Gragas top, because we were talking about that.
I like it. I like Gragas a lot. He's just one of my go-to top laners. Oh my gosh, Tarek's gonna get first blood, isn't he? I mean, Ari's out of. She's. Oh, he's gonna get it. One more odd. Oh no! Wait, she didn't ignite. Oh my gosh, the canceled auto and the not using ignite. That was easily a kill onto Ari. Oh no, that was. That's unfortunate. Syndra tanks the turret shot and is now kind of in a risky spot because Vi could potentially come around. If Syndra's also playing very close to the turret, so I don't think it's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Funny that Ari's now the bold one, even though she's without her flash.
I like what the Vi is doing. She went in. Oh, I thought she was gonna go kill wolves, but she opted to gank top instead. I guess we'll see how this
It's a good
pays
time
out. I would have liked to see her
Renekton's-
kill the wolf.
It's a good time because Renekton isn't a very bad spot. Yeah, forcing the flash, very, very easy.
Yep. That was good. Again, I think I would have liked to see her take away maybe, camp or something from Tarek. She can kill this Tarek right now.
Oh yeah, the early dueling potential is very heavily in Vi's favor.
Yeah, which is what you should probably opt to do, is just whatever lane Tarek decides to gank, or if he chooses the farm in his jungle, go in and just murder him for that.
Yeah, punish the fact that I don't want to say punish the fact that it's unconventional. Punish what's weak about it. And what's weak about Tarek is that he has no early dueling potential. And I feel like his clear time is horrific. So you might as well go in, disrupt his jungle. Vi is still he's a great duelist, so why not?
Yeah, put as much pressure on the map as you can. Tarek bought the quill coat already. Good pickup for him. Ooh, and even better pickup for this.
This could be for a sled flat. Yeah, good play. That you had used Ignite there. If Ignite still hadn't gone down that fight, I would have been really concerned for Syndra, because that was an easy first blood. So Jungle Tarek, his assists on first blood, things I wasn't expecting to see in Battle Arena.
Do you know what? Here's something even that we didn't. We're off our game, because why did we not notice support Maokai went 5 pot start, no items.
Wow, and actually he did not spend anything on wards. He spent 175 gold, and that's it. And that would be the exact cost of 5 pots. He has enough for Sightstone to go back to right now if he wants that, which I assume is what he'd pick up first. But you know what?
It would be the smart option. I don't know. You see some crazy things.
Yeah. Oh, Jungle Tarek's coming in again though. He's in great position.
I want to see Jungle Tarek turn on Sona instead of... See, if they would have just focused Sona instead of try to get the stun onto Caitlyn, who ended up just flashing away, which is a net positive, but either way, Sona flashed too, you could have killed her.
Caitlyn actually didn't even flash. She shoots her 90 caliber net to get herself away.
Okay. Then it was just Sona that flashed.
Yeah. Sona flash, and if you save the stun there, you can wait till after a flash goes down, allow yourself to catch up, and maybe change that fight a little bit better. Because Sona again is super squishy still, and I am so impressed that Caitlyn is out farming. Oh god, Trish is out farming the Caitlyn, but now they've baited out a little bit of fight because Vi was waiting around. There was no ward coverage for blue to be able to spot out Vi coming in. I don't think it's going to turn into anything more. Maokai has to burn both summoners though, and apparently Cinder didn't want to burn her unleash power quite yet. Renekton still bullying. He's not doing as much damage as you'd hope from a Renekton, until he, of course, just almost maybe wins this fight immediately. But he burned his ignite, so Gragas is actually up a summoner, has his flash still. Gragas definitely has to go back, but he'll be able to pick up, I think, Catalyst. He probably has enough. Yeah, he has enough gold to pick up Catalyst now, and I mean that's pretty big first item for him for sustained purposes, and staying in lane a bit longer against a bully like Renekton is always a good thing.
Right. And then you have to look at it from Renekton. You go, okay, well, Gragas' damage is going to ramp up here in a minute once, he has the Catalyst. He's going to turn that into a Rod of Ages. Do you go either for that damage potential by getting like a Brutalizer or a Hex Drinker or something like that for the pseudo tankiness from that, or do you just say, okay, I understand you're going to deal magic damage, here I am with my my magic resist to take
Hex
you on.
Drinker,
Actually, he went with the Giant's Belt instead. Maybe turns that into a Sunfire Cape later.
I think what I would have done in this situation, Gragas doesn't exactly do well under turret. I think that potentially going something like Tiamat early on Renekton would have been a good item to kind of shove really, really early on Gragas and say, all right, you're going to have to farm this under turret and pull it off well if you're going to win if you're going to stay fairly close to even. Might not win Giant Spell isn't obviously going to win lane, and it's a safe kind of move, but I feel like you might as well have gone for the hard push, force Gragas to have an awkward situation under turret, and probably get more and more of a CS advantage that way. That's what I probably would have done. Could have seen Brutalizer though too, just for damage and clearing.
Wow, this really interesting
Oh no.
engage.
Triss tried to pull some shenanigans there. That's wow, nice damage from Syndra. Triss tried to ult flash and tried to knock Caitlyn in a direction towards Taric. Didn't quite work. The flash ended up just pushing her kind of away from Taric actually. So unfortunate. See, Renekton's doing all right damage, but imagine if he just gone like a pickaxe there. That probably would have been close to dead. Close to dead. Gragas has to back off. Instead, Gragas can return the damage because he has a pretty good sustain with his passive too.
Yeah, and actually something to consider that I didn't consider as well is that Gragas deals percentile health damage with his auto attack enhancement. So
This is drunken rage.
technically, yeah, he's going to get a lot more damage out as opposed to building like straight magic resist in that instance.
Yeah, we're of completely different camps here for what to build on Renekton.
Yeah,
right
it's really you can go either or, and either way it seems to be working out.
You need
for
to
Renekton in
ult.
this
You need to ult.
instance.
Oh wow. Renekton had flash too. He could have done it. He could have gone for that. Probably gonna kill. If he just gone in auto Q. But
Yeah, no, I agree with you on the build path for if you were to go damage or either way they both work. Kind of surprised. Ooh, this is going to be an interesting little fight here.
Cinder almost has ult. It's coming up very, very soon. Oh, that's going to be another kill. 3 kills already for Syndra. Oh no, if she there make that 4. Unleash power just came off cooldown.
All right. So, you got 4 kills on a Syndra. Not a good sign.
You need to start praying now.
Yeah. With the long range stun and engage that Syndra has, having 4 kills on her just turns any situation that you're in that's remotely near her into a possible death scenario for you.
Yeah. Well,
But the real story here is that you got Taric with 3 assists right now. Jungle Taric putting out work.
I mean, he kind of reminds me a little bit of Alistar, the run around, stun people up, and just assist. I mean, you're being a support jungler. You're obviously not high damage carry jungler like Vi or Kha'Zix can be. You're going for something a bit more supporty. Maokai has no items in lane right now, and it's really funny. I know it's because he started with the straight pots, but he has 1,500 gold that he'll be. I don't know what he's going to spend it on.
You know what? I would just love to see the ballsiness come out from him, and he just goes, like needlessly large rod or something like that. That would just be amazing. Ooh, whiffed it.
Yeah, try to get the Renekton under turret. That's what you do with explosive cask is try to use it pretty well. But it kept him around for hopefully what looks like it was going to be a good Vi gank. But Vi doesn't have assault and battery, so it's kind of difficult to really win that fight. And was spotted out by a pink ward, which he'll thankfully get rid of. But
Maybe next.
I don't know. Got rid of the flash from Renekton as well, so that's not at all a bad situation.
Now here's something interesting to
no,
look
if she
at.
ults, that's it.
Oop,
Yep.
Get a Magi's right now.
This
If you're
Syndra
Syndra, get a
hasn't
Magi's.
bought since those 3 kills, too. She's picked up 3 kills since her last buy, has about 1,500 gold. And so if she decides to change away from finishing Athenes, which is what she originally looked like she was buying, and instead switches over to a DFG, which she will have enough gold to pick up the needlessly large rod after picking up blue here, she could be just going for the huge snowball. And I think that would be a better buy than going for Athenes. I don't think blue won't matter too much right now because of, obviously, blue buff. I think that switching over to DFG is probably the right pick. But a lot of people will say, oh, I need to finish off Athenes. It does give a lot of CDR, and it's a great item, but I think saying keep your advantages where they, yeah, she goes for Athenes. I would have said.
Well, she got the
snowballing
Athenes and the pen item, so I mean, and again, like that's just a matter of opinion. I could have justified the Athenes as well, but I kind of agree. Maybe getting that DFG early would have been good, or you could have just been ballsy and gone with Magi's. That's just me.
This is Vi, come on, Spork, you got this. You have your team right. Oh, not now.
No,
now is
yeah,
not the time.
Not now.
You had it originally.
I think he took you too literally there.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's a delay here, but it's not. Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
That damage from from Triss. Just a bit too strong. Triss actually went the Shiv build, going for the shove early.
Very popular Chinese build a couple of months ago.
Yeah. Oh boy, if she has ult, yep. See,
There's nothing really to say about mid lane anymore.
Nope.
The advantage that Ari, could have had potentially is now diminished. She just has to try to not die. Maybe roam around the map.
Maybe roam a little bit. Use your ult and charm to just kind of try to make some picks occur in other lanes.
You just. Ooh.
Oh boy, that's gonna be
Yep.